Okay, here we are. I didn't have time to pick up in the spring. We had the ice storm damage, as everybody knows that follows my channel. So this bed, this is the second time we've redone these. This actually has really good soil. I did put wood chips on the top, but the winter prior to planting last spring on these veggie scraps, I had tons of people keeping veggie scraps for me, shredded paper, rabbit manure, and I had tons of veggie scraps and shredded paper. All that went in here, and this soil in these beds are actually really good. Unfortunately, we didn't have plastic. My husband didn't want to do the plastic like that, and we didn't have enough lumber to go across the top like we did on the other beds, and we ran out of plastic. So we actually used the greenhouse plastic, and you can see the Bermuda still grows underneath it. Right here at the end, you can see, just like I told my husband, the Bermuda's going to take these over. He swore up and down it wouldn't, but yeah, he had to eat crow. Look at the Bermuda. This stuff is the devil. Look how those rhizomes have got in there. It's thick. Can y'all see that? There is no way to plant in this. So I'm really going to make him mad. I'm going to have him pull off two sides, skip that out with the tractor. I'm going to go ahead and have him put it onto a tarp, and I'm going to sift all the darn rhizomes out. I know it'll be a lot of work, but this is really good soil, and I've worked really hard to get all this soil. And actually 2 loads were a gift from 2 different places that saw what happened to me with getting the crappy soil delivered to me, getting ripped off. So I don't want this soil to go to waste, but I do need these raised beds. I do have good soil now that I can put in there. However, I'm not going to do them on top of here, this plastic again. I'm actually considering just buying a big tarp and having my husband build those to where they can just set on top of the tarp, and that way the Bermuda cannot creep in the sides, and I can still do the melons again. I don't know. These beds were created just so I could do the arch trellises for the melons and then grow some eggplants and such in there. But it turned into a nightmare, as everything else does. You can see how the Bermuda just creeps in and takes over. I did put wood chips on the top, so I will have to scrape those wood chips off, even though they have sat for a year. You want wood chips on top of the soil, not inside the soil. There's a whole different level of, oh, butterfly. Beautiful. Okay, so that actually changes your soil composition, and it's not good. So yeah, I'm gonna have to scrape the wood chips off the top. And I did not do the hugelkultur in these because they're not that deep. I did in all the other beds, and I've been doing that since my friend showed me. She showed me, probably was it it was right before the fire, and we talked about it. And when the raspberries burned, we pulled out that raspberry trellis, and he built me a really nice herb garden right there. And so we did the hugelkultur, because the wood chips, when they come and they dumped a whole lot of big wood. And so I thought, I'm going to use it. And then another one asked me if I would use it, and I said, yeah, I'll do the hugelkultur. So I had him dump me some. I used it. It's good stuff. I'm not going to let stuff go to waste. And look how sad that is. We had some neighbors that lived out here that just threw trash everywhere, and so on those real windy days, it just went everywhere. It was all over my farm and everybody else's farms out here. Sad. still get to look at that trash. So we are filling these raised beds. This does have wood at the bottom. Has some rabbit manure in there, but look, it's rich. And then, yeah, I need to water it and let it settle. I didn't do that with the other beds, and I noticed there's a few spots where they're settling. But in here, there's lettuce. There's lettuce and a bunch of these Swiss chards, you know, radicchio, things like that. So it'll all be good. But look, we'll have all this growing space. I'm excited. Anyway, that's what's going on the farm, and I will update you with more things as they come along. And I can go get internet and borrow it.